राम और कृष्ण के बारे में, तो ये एक अयोध्या, काशी और मथुरा, बाकी कुछ नहीं चाहिए हमको। रख दो आपके पास।
तो मथुरा काशी के लिए आंदोलन कब करेंगे?
आंदोलन का क्या सवाल है, चलो गवर्नमेंट ले आइए दिल्ली में, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, और वो हिम्मत नहीं कहे बताएं तो हमें उनके खिलाफ भी लड़ना पड़ेगा, कोई भी हो, वो बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट हो तो भी मैं लड़ूंगा।
बीजेपी कहती कि मथुरा और काशी तो मेरे एजेंडा में है ही नहीं।
हम लिख देंगे वो एजेंडा, हम लिखेंगे काशी और।
आज आहे आमचे आंबेडकरांची जयंती आहे, महानिर्वाण। बरं, आमच्या रामाचं जे वर्णन केलेलं आहे, आमचं कृष्णाचं जे वर्णन केलेलं आहे, त्यांच्या त्या रिडल्स इन हिंदुइझम, तुम्ही सांगा रामाबाबतीत तुमच्या मनामध्ये जे काही एक भावना आहे, कृष्णाच्या बाबतीत तुमच्या मनामध्ये एक जो आदर आहे, प्रेम आहे, भावना आहे, ती भावना ह्या पद्धतीत जर उद्या पुढे छापली गेली तर तुम्ही ते सहन कराल का? हा आमच्या धर्माचा अपमान आहे। आता सहिष्णुवादी राहता येणार नाही, सहिष्णुपणा आमचा संपला, जळून तो खाक झालेला आहे। आता जर हिंदू धर्माच्या विरोधात उभे राहील,
The story of Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas lived hundreds of years ago in the city of Myra, which is in Turkey. He was a bishop and was known to be a very wise, kind old man. One morning, when he was walking through the streets of the city, he saw 3 pretty girls sitting in the doorway of a house, looking very miserable. The youngest was crying. Saint Nicholas stopped and talked to them. "What is the matter?" he asked kindly. "We're in terrible trouble," said one. "We're sisters, and we were all engaged to be married, but because we have no money for our dowries, our fiancés' families have cancelled the weddings. We have nowhere to go, and we'll have to beg in the streets." The other 2 sisters began to cry too. "Oh dear, I wish I could help you," murmured Saint Nicholas, and went on his way, thinking hard. He had no money, but he knew plenty of rich merchants who did. Quietly, he visited them and told them the sad story of the 3 sisters. When he went home that afternoon, his pockets were heavy with gold. In the evening, after dark, he went out and silently dropped 3 bags of gold through the window of the house where the sisters lived. In the morning, when they found the gold, they were overjoyed. Now they could get married. Everyone in the city heard about the 3 bags of gold and was delighted. No one knew where such riches came from, but some nodded knowingly to each other. From then on, when anyone had a gift that seemed to come from nowhere, they said it must come from good, kind Saint Nicholas. Although he lived so long ago, we still remember Saint Nicholas, or Saint Niklaus. Now we call him Santa Claus when he brings us presents at Christmas.
Nowruz. Any idea?
No, è iraniano.
Mal.
No tengo ni idea. Parece comida.
नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता।
Не знаю, но звучит интересно. Да может быть что угодно, не знаю. Что это?
The word Nowruz is a combination of the Persian words no, which means new, and ruz, meaning day. Nowruz is a day of the vernal equinox and marks the beginning of spring, which is the first day of the first month of the Persian calendar. Families gather together to celebrate it, no matter if this happens at 5 a.m. or the head of the family lives miles away. Nothing can stop this reunion of the Iranian families. Nothing. So, when did it all begin? Some say it goes back to 3,000 years ago. It's rooted in Zoroastrianism, which is an ancient Persian religion.
There are a lot of interesting stories behind Nowruz. According to the folktales, Amu Nowruz, also known as Baba Nowruz, appears annually at the beginning of spring, together with his companion Haji Firuz, to mark the beginning of spring. He's an old man with silver hair and a walking stick who puts on a felt hat, a pair of thin-soled gibe, and linen trousers. Haji Firuz, a man with red clothes and blackened face, plays a tambourine and sings, dances, and people give him little gifts for gratitude. While Amu Nowruz brings children gifts and spreads joy and happiness everywhere. And there's a beautiful love story about him and Nana Sarma. Wanna hear it?
Nana Sarma, or Grandma Frost, is Amu Nowruz's beloved one. She is a sweet old lady with hairs white as snow, but a heart full of love. She waits every year for the first day of spring, the only day she can see the love of her life. So she cleans the house, makes tea, brushes her hair, and makes herself pretty. Wears her best dress and the little skirt called Shalite. Then she waits and waits and waits. And then she waits a little more until she drifts off. Amu Nowruz comes and finds her sleeping so sweet that he cannot let himself wake her up. So he puts a spring flower on her hair, drinks the tea, and eats half of the fruit. Then he kisses her cheek and leaves. Nana Sarma wakes up and feels the warmth on her cheek. Then she sees the half of the fruit and the empty cup of tea. She finds out he is gone and it makes her so upset, but she promises herself not to fall asleep next year. Did she ever make it? No one knows.
So how do we get ready for Nowruz? People start getting ready for Nowruz about 3 weeks before the actual vernal equinox. Pretty much everyone goes into serious spring cleaning mode. Or their mother forces them, getting rid of all the dust and dirt that's settled in over the past year so they can start fresh with the Mother Earth. This is called khune tekuni, or house shaking, and we literally mean it. Families also set aside a space for a haftzin, or a collection of items that symbolize different hopes for the new year. Sabze, it's a symbol of rebirth and renewal. Senje, a dried sweet fruit from the lotus tree which represents love. Sib, apples for beauty and health.
Sir, garlic, for medicine and taking care of ourselves. Samanu, a sweet pudding for wealth and fertility. Serke, for the patience and the wisdom that comes with aging. Somak, a Persian spice made from crushed sour red berries for the sunrise of a new day. Some people also put a mirror to symbolize reflection, colored eggs for fertility, coins for prosperity, and a goldfish as a symbol of a new life. Whoa, it's almost here. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I know. Ooh, don't forget to make a wish.
سال نو مبارک.
سال نو مبارک. سال نو مبارک.
Sale no Mubarak.
Solo no Mubarak.
سال نو مبارک.